This is your daily briefing and you're most welcome to it. Have a look at this.
Leicester came to Tottenham, and we sent him straight back. Rodrigo in the middle, and Harry in the side. Romero walked right through it, and Sonny scores for fun. Last time he scored another worldie. We love you, Heung Son. Ole, ole, ole. 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 Ole, ole, ole.
The infantilisation of football, right there. Fan engagement, match day experience, hell of all hells. Anything other than just going to the football and having a great time. We've actually reached a very critical point when it comes to the pollution of football. And I've got a few examples here. This isn't an exhaustive list. People endlessly begging for shirts. When did that become a thing? I'll take a bit of cardboard along. Better still, I'll take a bit of cardboard along and get my child to hold it up. Oh, speaking of children, let's use a social media account and we can whore our child as a social media asset. I'm having a great birthday at Harry Kane. Got up late this morning, but I was able to have my hot chocolate in my at Spurs Official hot chocolate mug. At Spurs Official. And the games themselves, there's a whole load of stuff, you know, sexual orientation campaigns being offered free advertising space. Has the NSPCC ceased trading? What about the dog rescues? Where's their free signage? Or are there no dogs in kennels anymore? The fact is, it's just all a distraction from the mediocrity on the green stuff. Being the best of the rest simply isn't good enough. We're not Wolves. We beat Leicester City's B team. So what's my problem? I'll put it into terms that even the baldest twin in the rubber room could understand. Spurs community is a pretty big operation. I'd make a small caveat here. I think probably Reddit Coys is bigger, but we have to take into account the vast amount of adolescent incels on there, and so this is another clear example of volume not actually counting for having any gravitas, if that makes sense to you. Spurs community is primarily UK based, and their thread for the Foxes game, the player ratings that goes up. Now bear in mind, this game wasn't actually broadcast in the UK, so you would have thought interest would have been, you know, peaked. I had a look at it at 8:30 this morning, just 1,000 page views. It's 30 odd comments, 1,000 page views. I put it to you that the only people that are jumping up and down with delight right now are those two stupid to operate a bumper car at the fun fair. Spurs are on course to be humiliated should we secure European football. Why do I say that? Why am I so mean? Why am I not dancing? Why am I not hungover after the celebrating of yesterday's game? Well, first of all, it wasn't great viewing. So all of that, oh, we hate Mourinho, he's a dinosaur, that's all gone because we've had a personality change, and Conte is playing, as I discussed with Sava the other day, as I've mentioned on numerous occasions before that, Conte is playing Mourinho ball, but with perhaps better manners on him in the pressers. So why am I so awful? Well, look at the bench against Leicester. Featured players, it's improbable to believe that Conte has any genuine faith in at all. Golini, he's a rubbish goalkeeper. Roden, nobody wants to play him. And 3 academy prospects, a couple of whom I just didn't recognise the names. And of course, the hapless Davinson Sanchez. Sanchez cost a lot of money. Sanchez cost over £40 million. and I'll just give you a heads up. I'm going to have a thorougher look later today. But Tanguy Ndombele, he's not making the first team as much as he ought to, and I think he's coming back. Elsewhere, Steven Bergwijn is frustrated. The quote is, "Starting spot here? I don't think so, to be honest. It's a complicated story for me. I don't play much. Ajax could be an option for me. A return to the Netherlands could be an option for me. The World Cup is coming." Again, this is another guy, and no disrespect to him, but like Moura, who was poor yesterday. Moura, there's too many of them in this squad. They're just kind of meh. They're just kind of not good enough. And the problem, and you're part of the problem if you're one of this lot, is this revision of history and taking like the Champions League semi-final and say, oh yeah, but he's magical. Yeah, he was magical on a singular occasion, and he hasn't revisited that magic since. And up to Joe's stat. And again, this is put up and people are cooing over it, but there's a cold reality. So tell me if I'm being wrong. Despite failing to score in 5 of their last 16 matches, Spurs are the top goal scorers in the league over this period with 39 goals. So not dysfunctional at all. Not reliant upon playing teams in freefall. Not reliant upon playing teams that are having to put their B team out because of obligations in Europe and injury. We all want Tottenham to succeed, but people giddy on a 4.3% IPA chanting "Allez, allez" as we beat a side in 11th place. Not in my name. If you disagree with me, then the Mail Online has a little home for you. I don't know how secure this home is, and my feeling is that a wolf might come along and huff and puff and blow it away. Ian Herbert has run a piece this morning saying Conte doesn't know when he's well off, giving us chapter and verse from the ENIC brochure. Ian says, a brilliant stadium. Ding! Fans on side. Yeah. And star strikers Son Heung-Min and Harry Kane firing up top. What more does Antonio Conte want from Tottenham? The piece concludes, if only Conte could see things this way, the world of football could be a different, more satisfying place for him. Football management's most perpetually restive manager probably won't, but Tottenham fans can hope. I had to actually look up restive, and it basically means restless. I think he's not restive at all. I think he has a desire to win trophies. I think he knows that winning is the metric. I think he knows that if he stays at Spurs for any prolonged period of time without winning anything, it will damage his stock. And we go back to the dumbing down, the infantilization of the game, which I believe is well and truly underway. And as I was saying with Sabat, you go back to the basic stuff. All the content being put out is aimed at the bottom feeders. Or not all of the content, but 99% of it. And don't tell me, oh, well, I subscribe to The Athletic and, you know, I read 3,000 words on Conte's tactical events. Absolute piffle. There's nothing in there worth a damn. And what people don't want to hear is the truth, the reality, that The Athletic isn't making any money. It was bought because of its subscriber base that it generated. I'm going to say it, I wait to be sued by them. It looks, from the outside, like a Ponzi scheme. That's what it looks like. But Conte knows that his stock will be devalued, and he knows this because he's a grown-up. So just think of Ian today, humming the busker song, allez, allez, and asking the wife to slip a 4-pack of neck oil onto the Sainsbury's order for him, because he's living the dream. I'm going to go through the game, as I said. If I said, I can't remember. But I'll be going through the game. Best actions, goals, everything, they'll all be available to you on theboyhotspur.com. There isn't enough of any weight, any real meaning to warrant me going through here and going through the business of chopping and putting pieces up, because there aren't any great points to be made, and that's down to the quality of the opposition And if you look at our team, there were some tremendous performances by 2 or 3 people, but beyond that, not much there. That's it for now. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.